Every story has two sides, but sometimes the truth hides in the one we never hear. You've heard her version: the lonely artist, the quiet neighbor, the man next door who vanished. But this time, you'll see what really happened through his eyes. The nurse who couldn't sleep, the lover who couldn't let go, the sinner who thought silence could bury guilt. This isn't a ghost story, it's a confession from the other side of apartment 4B. This is Magenta Rose Confessions, where love, lies, and loss intertwine. Magenta Rose presents What Ethan Saw in Apartment 4B.
I always thought I understood death. I'd seen enough of it in the hospital to know how quiet it can be, but I never expected it to come wrapped in soft laughter and paint-stained fingertips. Her name was Claire, and she lived right across the hall, apartment 4A. I should have never opened my door that night. After my fiancée died, I thought I'd buried love along with her. The car crash wasn't supposed to happen. It was an argument, a bad night, and then silence. People said I tried to save her. They didn't know I was the one who let her die. I left everything behind: my career, my house, my name. I moved into that old building because it was quiet and because no one there asked questions. Until she moved in across the hall. She said she was an artist, free-spirited, messy, alive in all the ways I wasn't anymore. We shared takeout stories, silences. She told me about her ex, a man who shouted instead of listened. I told her about mine, the woman I'd lost. The more she talked, the more I saw her. The same defiance, the same recklessness, the same lies. I knew that kind of love. It always ended with blood. Some nights I'd wake up to her voice through the wall, laughing, crying, talking to someone who wasn't there. Sometimes whispering my name. I started keeping notes, dates, times, the smells, bleach, paint thinner, something metallic. I told myself it was art supplies, but deep down I knew better. She was watching me too. I could feel it. The way her eyes lingered a second too long. The way my door was always unlocked when I got home. I thought I was losing my mind, until the night I wasn't alone. I woke up to the sound of footsteps in my apartment. Soft, careful, familiar. I called out her name. No answer. Just the whisper of fabric brushing past the door. When I turned the corner, she was there, standing by the chained door, the one she'd asked about before. Her hands were shaking, and in them a photograph of my late fiancé. "You lied to me," she said. "You killed her." I tried to speak, to tell her I was sorry, but she stepped closer, eyes wild, and in that moment, I saw something I hadn't seen since that crash. The look of someone who enjoys control. She wasn't scared of me. She was rehearsing. There was a flash, metal glinting, a sting in my neck. The world folded into static. I remember the warmth of her hand against my face, the way she whispered, "You can rest now." But her eyes, they were cold, calculating. As the room dimmed, I noticed something on her wrist. A small scar, a surgical stitch line. Familiar, the kind I'd made once, on someone who had disappeared. Over a year before I was to be married, that's when I realized I hadn't met Claire by chance. She'd been looking for me. The sister of the woman I left to die. She had changed. Her name, her face, but everything else had remained the same, confusing me, deceiving me. They said I took my own life, that I left letters, confessions. Maybe I did, or maybe she wrote them for me. Now she lives where I once did. She moved into my apartment, sleeps in my bed, breathes my air. They say grief makes people do strange things. But this isn't grief, it's ownership. She's trying to replace me in the world, remove my existence, her final punishment. But she can't see that she's diminishing hers, erasing herself. I might be gone, but the real dead person is the woman in apartment 4B.
Some stories end when the truth finally surfaces, but others only begin there. Ethan thought he could bury his past, but the dead never rest quietly when love is unfinished. Maybe love isn't forgiveness. Maybe it's a punishment we keep choosing. And maybe some souls aren't meant to be saved, only remembered. This is Magenta Rose Confessions, where love, lies, and loss intertwine. If this story left you thinking, stay a while. There are more shadows to uncover.